Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So I will give you an overview of the non-woven area and give you some ideas of what we can do with the bio-based materials, and then tell you about something about our activities in that area. First, some statistics. Non-woven production worldwide is about 7 million tons, and when we convert that as area, it's almost 200 billion square meters. The annual growth rate, depending on the source, varied from 5 to more than 10% per year. So I gave this kind of estimate, kind of average 8% probably, more or less. So there is potential. And these non-woven materials are important in area of technical textiles. Almost 1/3 of the technical textiles are non-wovens, and non-wovens are also used in the composites area of the technical textiles. And hygiene products are quite large user of the non-wovens, but there are building materials, technical wipes, filtration materials, geotextiles, and so on, many other uses for this kind of non-woven materials. What are non-wovens? They are made directly from fibers, like paper, but the fibers are longer, typically. We are not making yarns before making the structure like in textiles. The product properties can be adjusted by adjusting the raw material and the processing methods. So we can make a wide variety of materials, ranging from very dense and stiff materials to porous and fluffy and soft structures. And these materials are kind of filling the gap between paper and textiles. We can use similar processes than in paper making, except using longer fibers, wet laying longer fibers as forming the non-woven. But we can make very textile-like soft materials, and typically these tearing strength and the elongation are better than compared to textiles, but ultimate strength is lower. And also the process is compared to textile processing, where we have to make yarn and then make the structure and so on. The process is simpler in non-wovens area, but compared to the paper, we usually accept one case where we use similar process. But typically the non-woven processing is more complex. But in that way, we are also between the paper and fabric. And also we can make durable products or disposable materials, depending on the raw material. There are some images, scanning electron microscope images of the different non-woven structures, also of different sizes, nanoscale and microfiber non-wovens. But I will review or tell something about the production of the non-wovens. Like I said, the properties of the non-woven depends on the raw material. We can use natural fibers, or we can use synthetic fibers, or man-made fibers made from bio-based polymers. And those natural fibers are, of course, they are staple fibers. We have certain length with them, but synthetic materials or man-made can be made also filaments from filament forms. When we are forming the web, and then we have to bind it and finish it. And for the web forming, binding and finishing, there are 3 categories of processes. For the web forming, there are dry methods, wet methods, and direct methods for preparing that. And when we have these certain length scale natural fibers, we can use wet methods and dry methods for making the web. Direct methods are only for the man-made synthetic. So we use polymer and make it directly to spin it and lay it directly into the web form. But the wet laying method, there is this paper making, similar process than paper making, and also the foam forming can be taught in this category. In dry laying, in wet laying we mix the fibers in the water and then lay it on the web form. In dry laying, we can make the mixing in the airflow and then make the web, or use the cards which comb the fibers. Binding can be made mechanically, chemically, or thermally if we have some thermoplastic material in there. And finishing can be also done in different ways. So we get different kind of product properties and we can utilize them in the many applications. And in the application fields include mainly the technical textiles. Bio-based materials is about 20% of the non-wovens. There are viscose fibers, wood pulp, which can be used as part of the material, and other natural fibers. So there is a large potential for growth there also. We can use them instead of these synthetic polymers. Advantages of bio-based materials are, of course, the biodegradability. We can make this kind of temporary geotextile, reinforce earth slopes before plantation, or make recyclable composites using recycled materials, and then also biodegradable resins to make some compostable composite materials. We can utilize these new materials from the emerging biorefineries, and also these are the sustainable way to make things. At the moment, we are ongoing project, Nonwoven project in VTT, when we want to combine VTT's forest, biochemical and process knowledge and reorient this towards tissue and non-woven applications. In our Nonwoven project, we will our main interest is in the web formation area is foam forming. We are already heard about foam forming, and also these knowledges and technologies we are utilizing in the Nonwoven projects. Many of them has been already discussed today earlier. So cellulose fibers and their modification, nanocellulose, nanoparticles, biopolymers of different kind. Also, we can use foam. We use this in web formation, but also as coating, finishing method. Plasma coatings are also applied. ALD have Jenny told about that earlier. Electrospinning to make nano-sized non-woven layers or coating layers, and also different kind of printing methods are also combined in this project area. So if there are people who are interested in to get to know this new non-woven area and this our project, you can contact me. But that's shortly what I was planned to talk about. Thank you.